Well, hello, coffee time friends. How y'all doing? I'm just sitting here drinking coffee right now. Boy, is it good. Having a little bit of cream coffee this evening. I mostly drink black coffee, but sometimes I just want a little flavor. I don't know. Just wow, like that. Mama is busy, as always, but she's extra busy this evening, and she's doing one of our favorite things. Maybe not her favorite thing right now, but one of our favorite things to eat, and that is she's making homemade blackberry jelly. And she's going to show us how she does it. Mama, you're going to show us how to make blackberry jelly today. Here she comes.
I am going to try my best to.
Well, Mama, you've made it before. I bet you if you do your best, you'll do a great job.
Well, I usually just cook my berries and strain them and fix them and make it right then.
Mm-hmm.
But this time I cooked my berries. I start out with my blackberries and
Get in the camera, Mom.
get just a little bit of water in it and get them cooking. I usually cook them in this kettle. And then when they're done, I strain them through a jelly rag. And if you don't know what a jelly rag is, I will
She's going to show you.
get the one I used here.
Now, you got a whole contraption that goes with this, don't you?
Yeah, but this is I just put this over my quart jars and strained it this time. But it's got 3 little legs in a round circle it fits over, and it stands up over your kettles and stuff.
So let's look at this. It's stained from
That's
years.
blackberry stain.
From years of use.
Well, one time and it'll look like that, unless you bleach it. And I don't like bleaching it because it's got a rubber top around it that fits over it. And if you don't know, bleach will, he'll eat that up. It'll cause it to deteriorate and stuff. But that's I strain that through there, and if you can see, it's just a clear cloth like, and it's a
Yeah, you could use something else like cheesecloth.
cheesecloth, but I found these and I like this. Did you take that
No,
out?
it's right here.
So
Now you want to wash it and let it dry before you put it in the plastic
dry
bag.
it completely before you put it in a bag. But I always wash it, and when it dries good, I put it in a Ziploc bag and put it down here in my drawer with my other stuff like that.
If I was to just find that in the drawer,
You
I might
probably-
not want to touch it. I mean, why in the world, Mama? It's in this drawer.
That ain't nice.
I'm just telling the truth, Mama.
But it is clean. It just stained. That's what it's for. I mean, jelly. And I'll get settled here in a minute. Like I said, I don't usually do it this way, so I don't know.
Well, Mom, the only difference is your juice ain't hot. You're going to have to heat it back up.
Well, I have to heat it anyway. The second one on there is
Blackberry or boysenberry? Sort.
I've done that part of washing.
Okay. That's our say sort, stem, and wash. We're past this.
You're going to have to open
Add
it.
1 cup of water if needed. Cover and bring to a boil. Reduce heat. Simmer 5 to 10 minutes. Stirring occasionally. You don't add no water, do you, Mama?
What?
Do you add water?
In the berries, I put just a little bit, maybe half a cup to a cup. It's according to how many I have in my kettle.
Look how beautiful. Look, beautiful blackberry juice. It takes a lot of blackberries to get that much juice.
I had my kettle heaping up full and time it cooked down. That's what it was.
Now you want to make sure blackberry stains.
Oh yeah, don't get her. Let me get away from your shirt and stuff.
Now, Mama, you know you wouldn't be that wild, would you?
It says 3.5.
I'm good.
3.5 cups of juice. Read across the
Yes,
aisle.
ma'am. Amount of fruit, 10 to 12 cups. Prepared fruit juice, 3.5 cups.
3.5 cups.
Look how pretty. You can't see you, Mama. Oh, that is beautiful. That's 2 cups.
2 cups of juice.
I know what the outcome's going to be, so I'm already excited.
I'm going to take this because this was the last and it's got a lot of the thickness in it. 1.5 more, right?
1.5 cups more. 1 cup.
Is that 1 cup?
Uh-huh. Whoop.
That's a half?
1/3.
1/3?
Uh-huh. That's...
Half?
I don't know. I can't say. I'm not on that spot. That's got more words than in the dictionary. Let me see that cup.
I'll get my glasses on. So
Okay, so it's 1 cup in 1.
You're tilting. That's what you do.
It's 12 ounces is what it is.
Well, 12 ounces is a
So that's right.
cup and a half.
12 ounces. That up there says 4 or...
No, it needs to go up to the half.
That's 12 ounces.
Yeah, when you set it down right, it's right. So.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't steer you wrong.
No, 12. I cannot think. 8 ounces.
It's a cup.
Cup. 4 ounces more is 12 ounces.
You got it.
Throwing me for a loop there. See, that was thicker.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to put that in.
Look how thick it is on the glass.
So that is that's 3.5 cups. So next, I have to have, and I always do this to make sure I have it ready, because that's what it says, pour it in it all at once. Is I put, I believe it's 5.5 cups of sugar.
Oh, Mama, I wasn't looking at the rules yet. Okay, sugar is no. Hold up. It's 4.5.
4.5 for bosom.
For sugar.
So that's 1, 2, 3. Get that lump out of there. 4. Instead of guessing at that, I'll get my half a cup measuring here and it'll be right. And that is
4.5
cups.
And then you need 1 of this right here, sure do.
And I'm just using this is Save-A-Lot brand. Where I get it is Fruit Picked, and that's it. It's not Sure Gel brand, but it's the Fruit Picked. And what it says to do is see over up at the top. Don't tell you up there, does it? Go over here. Set the jelly instructions.
Yeah. Measure sugar into dry container and set aside. Prepare fruit as directed. Making jelly. What do you want me to look for? Because this is a whole lot to
Once you get to the juice and put it on the stove. I can't remember if I heat my juice up.
It says, in making jelly juice by placing prepared fruit.
No, going down to where you got the juices. It should be.
We're here. When mixture comes to a full boil, quickly stir in prepared measured sugar amount. Stirring consistently, returning to full boil.
Well, yeah, but up above it, when to put the Sure Gel in before it boils or after? I think it's before. He's making fun of me.
Okay, Mother.
He turned it on a little too quick for me.
Place measured juice and prepared fruit into 4-quart or 8-quart saucepan. Stir in Mrs. Wages.
Yeah.
Is that what you want me to read?
Yeah, so it don't have to be boiling or hot. So all I do now...
Wait, it says place prepared juice and prepared fruit into saucepan and stir in Wedges fruit. When mixture comes to a full boil, so it's before you put it in the mixture. So now what are you doing? Putting in the pectin.
Yeah, this is the Sure Gel. I call it all Sure Gel because that's what it... Okay, I've got it in there. So now I've got to go to the stove and start getting it
Hot.
hot.
we got that done. That wasn't no hard. There's a lot of instructions.
If you buy the pure jelly, you'll read it, follow what it says.
I didn't realize there was so many instructions. There's a bunch. And over here is the measurements. So if you haven't seen one of these,
they may not all be alike. It's just that.
That's just this brand.
And why it says to put the sugar in a dry container is when this starts boiling, you have to dump it all at once and stir it in. So I'm going to set it right over here. And I've got my stove on and I'm trying to get this mixed up. I'll heat the mixture a little bit because this is cold. It don't want to mix with my cold juice too good.
She says you'd heat the next one. So if you're doing this, heat it a little bit.
If you've had it in the refrigerator.
If you had it in the refrigerator. See, she's never had it in the refrigerator before. She does all the berries and everything all at one time. So this is her first time doing it out of the refrigerator. And let it heat and it'll dissolve. So how long we got on this little process right there, Mama?
Well, the boiling the berries, it tells you how to prepare the berries on there. I cook mine longer than what it says. It says to boil them, I think, like 5 to 10 minutes or something. But now I cook mine till the berries starts bursting, because that way the juices comes out and all the flavors. But now you can boil it just like it says and it'll do. Just follow the instructions on there, so there's not much to do.
How long do you boil your berries?
I boil them maybe 20 minutes or something, but I always overdo stuff. But I just think it when I start squeezing them and stuff, the juices, and then when you do it that way, I just have dry like pulp once I take it, squeeze it through my rag.
Okay.
And I always put gloves on when I'm squeezing that through that rag, so your hands won't come up blue.
Or purple.
Purple, black, whatever.
So what we're going to do right now, we're going to let this all come up to boil, and then we're going to come back and see what's next. So y'all hang on just one second. Okay, it's come to a boil and all the pectin's dissolved.
It's boiled, and right now this is why it's measure your sugar out in a bowl. You pour it all in there quickly. You don't diddle just a little bit at a time. You do it.
You can't measure it into the pot.
No.
Now it says to break this come up to a full boil again, and boil it for 1 minute. Don't over boil your pectin or it will not gel.
And the sugar's just about all dissolved. I poured it in on one big cup. And you keep stirring constantly, and that keeps it from sticking and scorching and keeps it going. And once it comes to a full boil, we're going to set it off and get that foam off. Well, thank you, Johnny. I've got that on the burner good. There it is.
So you'll set it off and take the foam off?
Yeah, I've got a cup over, a bowl to put it in. Well, I've got to get another, and that's for my cup. You can hear it starting to, where's that kid?
That's your kettle. I'm going to put these flats in there.
About 3 of them for right now.
Just 3?
Yeah, see how much this makes. It should make 5 cups or 6.
Well, what's all those jars?
Those are pint jars, and that's jelly jars there. You got that on going?
This?
The camera.
Yeah. Did you not think he was on?
No. You could at least said shh.
Which part do you want me to shush on? Use this?
My mouth are running 90 miles a minute.
Oh, Mama. This is just what we do.
I just keep still. It's one way old people, if it, see how it's already
Dripping slow.
It's getting that little, see how it's going to stream down?
Yeah. So that means it's...
It's a start time in 1 minute.
Okay. Alexa, set timer 1 minute. Oh, you're offline. I don't have nothing to set it with.
Well, it's had a half a minute already.
We depend on Alexa to do timing.
But
I'm looking at the clock.
Show them how it's, or if they can see it, how it's a-boiling. See how it's a-boiling?
Yeah, the steam.
Yeah. It's smoke in their eyes. Put them over there. That's good. That's a little bit. It ain't on 7 yet.
Okay.
That's it.
1 minute.
Okay, I'm gonna turn it off. Then I'm gonna put this towel over here because I don't want that hot kettle on that coal burner.
Well, that's pretty.
You let that settle down and it'll have foam that comes up on it.
And you don't want the foam.
I always try to dip the biggest part of it off. I don't get it all off sometimes, but I try to get what I can off. And you just barely take your spoon around the top of it, and you'll see it'll gather up where I've gathered it. And this ain't made much.
No, I was supposed to say it don't look too bad.
I have had it to be very foamy.
Now, what would hurt if you put the foam in there? Would it just make the jelly?
It wouldn't hurt nothing. It would just not look as pretty.
But it's clear.
It would go to the top and stuff.
Okay.
It wouldn't keep it from anything. It just the looks of it. And they just always recommend you
Take the foam off.
take the foam off, and that wasn't much in there at the time. And what I'm going to do now is take my jars, and like on everything else, I'm going to warm this cup up a little. It's going to gel because it's a gel.
It's already gelling now.
Mm-hmm.
It's on your jar, or on your
Colander thing, or whatever you call it.
measuring cup.
Yeah, and this, it's sticking to it.
Is it time for a flat?
Well, I've got a, yeah.
You have to wipe it with a clean, wet paper towel.
I use paper towels to make sure I don't have none on it.
And this little magic wand
Is wonderful. I'll wipe that off and stick it right on. And you know what I did get is my rings. I knowed I was forgetting something. Old age creeps up on me fast.
Can't think of everything, Mama.
Huh?
We can't think of everything.
Well, I should have thought about my rings for sure. I kept looking over everything I had. I thought, well, what have I got missing? When you get to this point, you kind of figure it out what you've got missing.
Well, you'll always figure it out when you need it.
Yeah. Whew. That's more than I want to touch.
Little warm?
More than a little warm.
Well, you know, the other day when you was candy green beans, you touched something you shouldn't have
A
touched.
hot ring. That's what I touched the other day.
The next day, she said, my finger feels like I burned it. I said, well, I think you did yesterday. Now, you want to leave a little headspace on these,
Yeah,
right?
a little bit more. Because it will cool when it gets, that's good. It will cool as it will go down some as it cools. And a little one fella.
This ain't gonna be a whole.
You can pour it in there.
This ain't gonna be a whole jar. Well, maybe it will. Let's see what I have when I get through.
A little more, a little more, a little more. Keep pouring. See if we can get it on up there to the rim.
You're gonna go to the top with it?
No, I'm going to go to that where it stops. Where it gets to the net.
Alright, there you go. We know for a fact it's going to gel because look inside that kettle. It's already jelly in there. Good stuff.
And now all I'm going to do is just keep repeating this process as long as my juice holds out. And if I don't have enough juice for a complete
Run.
I'm going to put it in something and I'll freeze it and save it till when I make some more. And these berries are chain berries. And a friend of ours brought me some. He already had them in the freezer. Him and his wife done them, and he said, "Here, I need room." He's getting a calf killed, and he said, "I need room in my freezer." Said, "Do you want them?" And I said, "Sure." And I said, "How much you want for them?" He said, "Some jelly."
That's a
I
good
said, "Well,
try.
that's a good thing."
Let me see that, and I'm going to see if I can hold one over here.
Just don't get burnt, please.
I won't, ma'am. Now look how dark and beautiful that jelly is. Can't see through that. I can't wait. Homemade blackberry jelly is one of my favorites.
I like peanut butter sandwiches with blackberry jelly, don't it?
Yeah.
There's nothing no better than a piece of buttered toast of the morning with some...
Homemade blackberry jelly.
Yes, good. Fresh.
Well, Mama, I guess this wraps us up because that's all there is to it.
And
Now,
I'm just going to keep repeating till it's over. So that's
and now all
it.
we have to do is wait for those beautiful popping sounds of the ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
So,
that's
Mama,
it. So,
don't run off. She
I
got
was
to catch
getting
you.
busy at work.
That's all.
I've got that one-track mind it goes for to go.
So that's all we got for blackberry jelly,
Yeah.
folks. And y'all make you some blackberry jelly. Make you some memories.
Yes.
And have a good day.
And life like we do over it.
Say goodbye, Mama.
Goodbye, Mama, and God bless you all. Have a great evening. Bye-bye.
Bye, y'all.
Oh, Lord.